Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. In this video, I'm going to be going over about my experience working with the state of Massachusetts. I got 3 orders finally granted. The payout total is going to be $2,781.73 when the checks come. I'm going to caution you and say this is by far the most difficult district that I have had to work. So if you are interested in working bankruptcy unclaimed funds in this district of Massachusetts and you are a student of mine, please make sure you stay tuned and email me if you want to work in this district. Please note that I am not an attorney. This information is not indicated as legal advice. So by far the most difficult experience for a few reasons. The first reason is their particular unclaimed funds list is not on the locator. You have to go to their individual site and pull up their database, right? So that's different, number one. Number two, I submitted all 3 petitions to the same judge, not knowing that that judge was only in office for 1 year, right? So mine was under a microscope. The third thing is their processing time takes forever. So I don't know if it's maybe just for this particular judge that takes forever or just in general it takes forever. Now I do have a 4th one that's pending, but it's with a different judge, and we'll see how that process goes, right? So just to review these particular court dockets, this is one of the cases here. You can see my petition for my, it says Spring Solutions. I filed it. It's for $2,038.20, right? That's the amount for this particular deal. My payout is 15%, so it's $305.73, right? And the order was granted just recently. So I'm waiting on the checks to come for these. So here it is. This is the other deal that I had. It's for $9,780.15. Sorry. And my percent for this one is 10%. So it's $978 for that one, right? And here's the order granting payment of unclaimed funds here. So all around the same time. Here's the third one, $7,492.27. Here's the order granting it. And my payout for that one is 20%, so it's $1,498.45. So all 3 of these together total $2,781.73. So my issue is I reached out to the staff members several times. The clerk, financial clerk, the law clerk, every clerk that there was for this particular judge, I reached out to. Hi, I'm Spring Solutions LLC. I have 3 pending motions with you. Can you please advise me the status of the order? When is the payment going to be received? I don't have any objections. I don't have any deficiencies. Please let me know. So I called, I emailed a few times. It went on for a while. Mind you, I submitted all 3 motions to the court around November timeframe, right? Just November. And so around, actually October, November. So around December, I was like, I should at least get some kind of response back other than the judge should have signed the order by now, right? Now, keep in mind on their website, it doesn't give a time frame as to when all of this is supposed to be processed, right? So I'm just taking their word for it. Another level of difficulty, their website had at the time 2 sets of forms to use. Now, usually there's one particular application. Either it's the official form or they use some kind of deviation of the form. They had 2 separate forms, so that was another issue. So being who I was, I put one case with one form and I used the other 2 cases in the other form. And I'm like, all right, well, that's what you have on your website. And I called the clerk to verify and they're like, oh yeah, we only use this form. And I was like, but your website doesn't say that. So cut to, I emailed the judge. Don't ever do that. But I had called all the people that I was supposed to call. I called all the staff member. I wasn't getting a clear answer. It was just very vague. So I emailed the judge. I said very politely in the email, your staff was very friendly. I submitted 3 motions to you. They always said that, the information is with your chambers and they're basically waiting on the order. I haven't gotten a deficiency notice. I haven't gotten any objection filed. Can you please let me know the status of my pending motions? I quickly got a response back, which is what I wanted, to get a response, but this came from the law clerk, basically very politely asking me, please don't email the judge. Please contact the staff only. And I said, with all due respect, I've done that. Please let me know what's going on with my case. And she said, actually, the judge was unsure as to whether we should go ahead and set a hearing for your case because there's some issues with the documents. And I was like, oh, really? So she said, yes. And I said, well, can you tell me what those issues are? She didn't really know. She said the judge will just explain it to you. So anyway, I got an email with a telephone number I had to call, which is a hearing. All this information, by the way, is not on their website. I don't think they typically have hearings. I think it's only if there's an issue that comes up that's unclear. So called in and I said, this is Spring Solutions LLC. And she said, yes, I'm aware. You have 3 pending motions. I said, yes, Your Honor, I do. And she said, you're not an attorney, are you? I said, no, ma'am, I'm not. And she said, that's fine. This district does work with third parties. So she's just reviewing my paperwork. And she says, I appreciate you. I see that you sent a lot of documents. It looks like, you know, you were pretty thorough. She said, my only issue is with the actual contract. She says, I interpret it to mean this. And I said, what do you mean, Your Honor? And she says, it looks as though you're buying these out. And I say, no, ma'am, I'm not. These are not buyouts. So she did not like basically the interpretation of the contract that I have that's on the course. She didn't like it. And I said, I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I've actually worked in different districts. And I was giving her the case number. And I said, you know, I've had successful orders so far with these same paperworks in different districts. And she says, that's fine. This is not Louisiana. This is not Georgia. This is not Missouri. This is Massachusetts. And I said, yes, ma'am. So I couldn't argue with the judge. And I said, okay, Your Honor, what should I do now? What would you have me do? And she says, just simply amend the petition, change the petition. She said, because based on my interpretation, it doesn't appear that you have ownership, so therefore the payment is going to be in care of your company. And I said, okay. So I had to basically listen to her instruction. She told me what I needed to do, and I did it. I changed it, and here's the order. So moving forward, if you want to work in this particular district with this judge, there's just some minor changes. I'm not going to at all say the judge's name on here. And not to give away my program or whatever, I'm not going to share that information on here. But if you are a student of mine and you are interested in working in the District of Massachusetts, email me and I will tell you what you need to do, right? There is another supplementary contract that you can use in case situations like this come up. So that was my experience with the state of Massachusetts. I do have another one that's pending, but with a different judge. Hopefully, again, that will go smoother. All in all, I probably will still work in this particular district. I think I may not think twice if I work with this particular judge. But I know now what to expect. And I'm happy that I do these so that now I can caution you. So if you're out there and you're working in Massachusetts, I can say, hey, watch out for that. This is what you need to do here. And this is, again, in my effort in trying to get a deal in each state. I wish I can get one in each district, but at least for Massachusetts, for this particular judge, I'll let you know what's going on. And it's just so interesting how, again, across the nation, the interpretation is so different. Some judges look at it, they see my form, and they're like, yep, let's give an order. This one's fine. But here you have, again, I submitted all 3, and these are decent amount payouts. So I'm sure she was probably reviewing it with a fine-tooth comb. And by the way, she did not have an issue with my percentages. She saw exactly what I was going to make from each percent, like the 20, the 10, 15. She didn't have an issue with that. So that is further letting me know that, again, bankruptcy judges are only concerned with ownership and not so much the actual finder fee portion of it, at least for this particular judge and all the judges that I've dealt with. So again, this is more information than we had before. When I get these checks, I am going to come back on and just show you again what they look like, show you what I had to do to get them cashed. The order, just so you know, bankruptcy orders for unclaimed funds, they have on there exactly how it's supposed to be written on the check. So if you go back through my other videos and you see the orders, it always says my name, Spring Solutions LLC. This particular order is written debtor, care of Spring Solutions LLC. It does not have the debtor's name spelled out. So I am wondering if that's the way it's going to be written on the check. Good news is I have, again, history with my bank with depositing these checks already from the Treasury Department. It's not like it's a money order or a handwritten check. So we will see how that goes. I'll come back on and let you know the processing for those payments. So please continue to like, share, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.